Yo, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today let's talk about Dennis Schröder. Now Dennis Schröder, as we all know, carried Germany to the FIBA World Cup and they just won gold. Now hopefully, as a Toronto Raptors fan, he turns into a great point guard for us as a backup or as a starter, because we've seen Dennis Schröder in the NBA be a great backup point guard. Now for the FIBA World Cup, they released the final All-Star 5 of FIBA, and the starting point guard was, who you guessed, Dennis Schröder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Bojan Bogdanovic, and Luka Doncic. So he's in good company. In fact, he is in really good form right now, and hopefully he can translate this success onto the Raptors and actually help us make a playoff spot, because we just lost Fred, and having Dennis Schröder now averaging 19 and 6 in the FIBA World Cup, we can say that he might actually be a good replacement for Fred. Now if you go over his final stats in the Serbia game, he dropped 28 on 9 of 17 shooting, which really carried this offense for Germany into winning this game. Otherwise, I really don't think they win this game. Now him being an actual FIBA World Cup MVP, and us Raptors fans are actually ecstatic because Masai did make a great signing with Schröder. Because if he can even average 15 and 5 for this Raptors team, that's enough, because we just need a solid point guard, someone who's going to actually facilitate the offense, and I think Schröder can do it. Dennis Schröder's career has been kind of weird. He was drafted 17th by Atlanta, then he plays there for 5 seasons and only really breaks out in his last 2, and then he goes to OKC, where we really see a version of Schröder that led to winning basketball, because he would back up Russell Westbrook, but Dennis Schröder was actually a great bench piece and a player that OKC gave up basically to the Lakers. Now with the Lakers, Dennis Schröder would obviously have the contract dispute, and with the contract dispute, he would not get a team that wants to keep him for a long-term deal. And these last couple of seasons, he's bounced around. He played for Boston, Houston, then he came back to LA, and now he's on the Toronto Raptors. But obviously now, every team is looking at Schröder like, did we make a mistake by not signing him? Because in reality, he is looking like a player who can impact the team. In fact, in his best season as a player, with OKC, Dennis Schröder would average 18.9 points per game with 4 assists. If he can put that up with the Raptors, we would be the happiest team, because getting a point guard for that salary and putting up those type of numbers would mean the best for us. And thankfully, he's in the best form he's ever been in his life, because he just beat Team Serbia and Team USA. So hopefully Dennis Schröder pans out for the Raptors, and hopefully he can carry this momentum into actually building a long and successful career in the NBA, and where he's not just a player who gets tossed around to every single team. So yeah, I hope you liked the video, and if you got any other ideas for the future, let me know. I read my comments, and yeah, peace.